So in this review, we'll have a look at a 1993 football game that was endorsed by a World Cup winning, world famous footballer. What could go wrong? Pele is a 1993 football game that was developed by Radical Entertainment and published by Accolade Entertainment. It was released for the Sega Megadrive in 1993. This was the time before FIFA and Pro Evo had the monopoly on football games, and it was quite a wild west for football games around the time. There was quite a lot of developers bringing out all different kinds of football games, rather than just the popular ones such as FIFA, Pro Evo and sensible soccer, and to some extent actual soccer. There was a lot of other developers bringing out games, not in a good way as well, as we will see. The game was endorsed and named after the Brazilian football legend Pele, and I'm sad to say this is the only good thing about the game that I can see. So you pick from teams across the world, including Europe, North America, Central and South America, Africa, Japan and Australia. The teams and the players were not licensed, so the names of the teams such as Manchester United and Real Madrid are just called Manchester and Madrid, and the names of the players as well were not allowed to be used in the game. So there's quite a lot of artistic license going on, such as in the Manchester team there's George Best spelt with an E, and Carlton, and Kidd with Brian Kidd with two D's in the E, and also Joe Royal as well, who mixed Man City and Man United together. So there's a few modes to choose from, such as exhibition, season and tournament. There's also a practice mode as well, where you can hone your skills, which it's not good because the game's broken, but never mind. So the actual gameplay itself, to me it seems like it's broken. There's a lot of the sprites are quite basic when you get things like FIFA coming out, which were really good for the time. All the players look exactly the same. There's no change in their features at all. I mean, all of the players have the same colour hair. There's no different colour players. There's no black players. So even the hair is all the same colour on the team. So it looks like it was rushed a bit, and the movements of the sprites in the game as well are just really basic, and they look quite pixelated as well, like they were done on Microsoft Paint. Just compared to some other football games, it just seemed like it was really rushed. It just seems impossible to score on the game as well. No matter where you shoot from on the game as well, you just physically can't score a goal. I was trying for edges in all different positions to score, and I just physically couldn't. And even on the practice mode, it's just physically impossible to control the ball. I remember I never owned this game when I was a kid. I lent it off one of my friends and just getting really frustrated by it, thinking that I wasn't very good at it, but it's the actual game itself. There's a lot of other interviewers and people who reviewed the game have said the same thing. It's just a really rushed game. It seems when you play it like a cloned, broken version of FIFA International Soccer, and in a way I agree with that as well. There's some little touches on it as well, such as obviously Pele endorsing it, but in my opinion, I think that's what they based the whole sales on, thinking that they've got Pele behind it, so that'll get them all the sales that they need. And then they did the game as an afterthought. So yeah, it's quite disappointing to play. It's with all the other games that are out around the time, there was a lot better ones. I mean, there is some quirky bits, such as when, if you look at your formation, you've got Pele giving you advice on what formations to do, but if I'm honest, it didn't make a bit of difference because the game feels so broken to play, it didn't make any difference anyway. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of this one. Did a sequel as well, which I do have as well, which I can review, which I'll be looking at that in the next coming weeks. But yeah, this game's not for me. I've played quite a few football games previously, and this one just doesn't do it for me. It's not very good. I just don't like it. So it's not a good game at all. It's broken. That's all I would say. It's just horrible to play. You can't control the ball at all. You can't shoot straight on goal. It's impossible to get a shot, and when you do get a shot, it's impossible to score. It's just really sad because it could have been like an amazing game with like one of the best footballers in the world like endorsing it. It could have had that mantle. It could have competed with FIFA and ISS Pro Evo, but it just failed. I mean, there's a sequel as well. I'm going to check that out. I've never played that, so I've got it and I'm going to play it next. But yeah, it's just really sad. I mean, I remember years ago when I played it and I thought I'll play it again to see if it's actually good and if I was just rubbish at it, but I've confirmed it's the actual game, not me. I'm not trying to like be big-headed or anything, but I'm not amazing at video games, but it's rubbish. I mean, when you compare it to like FIFA International and FIFA 95, where it's actually a good football game and you can control the ball and it has different levels of difficulty. This doesn't matter what the difficulty is, it's broken. But that's all I can say. So yeah, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it and got something out of it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you had Pele when you were younger, if you played it, what your thoughts were if you played it later on. If you enjoy it, why do you enjoy it as well? Let me know in the comments. Any other comments you'd like to know as well, and please subscribe as well. I'm really close to getting 65 subscribers. That's my next milestone, so if you can help me out with that, I'd really appreciate it. But I just really appreciate you watching the videos, and I hope to see you soon in another video.